Hello, everybody. Gage says it's empty. Let's go see what's in the fridge today.
Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Thanks a bunch for stopping by. Guys, in the Lost Sporty Trash Panda series, this is the third one out of the four that Mr. Fudge sent to me. This one is the Trash Panda with Sabro hops. Same ABV, 7.2%, and he's telling me that it was canned on March the 25th. 2019, and they're wanting you to have it by 7/25 of 19. So they're giving it a 3-month shelf life, and I agree with that. I agree with that. That's what I give mine when I go to buy beers, whether they're review beers or go-to beers. If it's past 3 months old, I do not buy it. I leave it there. So we're under the wire on this one for sure. So hopefully, as we get the fresher ones, they're going to be a little more tastier, hopefully. Can't always say that it will, but we're hoping that it does. So with that being said, let's jump over to Untapped, and they have the Sabro listing where Beer Advocate clumps them all together. So with the Sabro, they're saying 7.2, no IBUs, less than rich, full body, hazy, loads of hot flavor and aroma, big tropical fruit, and stone fruit. Let's see, we can hit this button here. Always featuring rotating cast of hops, in this case Sabro. So I don't know how many different ones they're going to try. If they're going to continue doing it month after month after month and just use a different hop each time, that would be a good one to check out. I can't get them here, so I have to rely on people like Mr. Fudge to send me these beers. But like I said, the first one was January, the second one was in February, this one's in March, and I think the last one I have in there was done at the end of April. So pick them up fresh if you can, guys. You're going to get more hop aroma and more hop taste and flavor the fresher it is. So that's all we need to talk about. So let's get this opened up. Let me mark this off before I forget. I'll get this out of the way. Now, looks like they printed up these cans, so it's not a stick-on wrap around the label or anything like that, which I find is a shame that they're spending money on having them specially printed up, but it is what it is. And again, we had a big dump of some sediment out of the bottom of the can. That's been consistent. Every one that we've done so far, this is being the third one, has a lot of sediment in the bottom of it, where the hops have settled in it already, or just from being unfiltered, some of that has come out into the canning process. So, very hazy, definitely looks like a New England style beer, very cloudy, probably unfiltered, I would guess. About a half finger of head on that pour. Good looking beer. Looks like a New England style beer to me, guys, but I find that the hop presence doesn't really live up to that. So let's get it to the nose, see what we got. This one has a very big citrusy aroma. Very nice, very pleasant. And I've not brewed with Sabro hops, so I don't know what the origins or anything of that hop is. Not seen it around here available. For of course, I haven't looked in a long time. Maybe a hint of some grapefruit and oranges. And a little bit of tropical fruit notes. So let's dive in and see what we got. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Mr. Fudge. Thank you, sir. alcohol's well hidden, very tasty. Like I said, it looks like a New England style beer, but the hop presence is just not off the chain like a lot of those is. And it's not a bright orange juice color, it's a little bit darker. And it has a decent amount of bitterness to it. It's not super sweet. Seems to be a decent, tasty beer. Don't think it's world class or outstanding, but a decent beer. He does not tell me what he paid for these beers that he sent me on the sheet. But if it's reasonably priced, this will be one that I would probably pick up. Even though it may not end up being a 9 or a 10 beer, may not even be an 8 beer. I'm not sure yet where I'm going to drop it. But it's 7.2%, so that fits into my ABV range, and it is an unfiltered, a very hazy, cloudy beer, which I like. It seems to me that it would be a good one to pick up if you're into this style of beer. A hazy, cloudy IPA. And I'm not going to throw it may look like a New England style, but I don't really, they're not claiming it to be on the can, but it does say that on Untapped, and it does say New England IPA on Beer Advocate. But I do not see that written on the can anywhere. That may just what everybody's calling it because it looks like it. But to me, the looks are a little deceiving because it doesn't quite have the aroma and the tastes and flavors to go with that style of beer. So it's a little lackluster there, but it looks good and it is a decent beer. So let me sip on this right out of the fridge and we'll come back and figure out where it's going to end up. Alright guys, I'm back. Got just a little left here. Decent, tasty beer. Guys, I would probably buy this beer if I could get it here and it was fresh. It's got a nice citrusy, orangey, tropical fruit note to it. It's not off the chain or anything like a New England style beer. I do not consider this a New England style. It looks like it, but it doesn't smell like it or doesn't taste like it. But it's still a decent beer. And like I've told you many times before, if I tell you that I would probably buy this beer, that's the biggest recommendation I can give to a beer. I don't think it's a 10 beer. I don't even think it's a 9 beer. But it is a tasty beer. It's a well-made beer. The alcohol is very well hidden, but it's not a big beer. It's 7.2% final choke. It's a well-made beer, guys. It is. But it lacks a little bit to be called a New England style to me, other than the appearance. So that's the bottom line there, guys. 90 for me, just barely into the A- scale. Over to Beer Advocate, they have it at 4.27, outstanding. Not quite there in my opinion, but then that is just my opinion. Over to Untapped for the final check-in, they have it at a solid 4, which is basically where I am putting it to, just barely into the A category. So, I think I told you this before, these guys are just putting 03 and 25 on it. They're not putting the year on it, and underneath that it says Sabro, and it's telling you the hops that they've used on this one. So they need to have the year on it too, because unless this is a brewery only release, and I don't have that information, not sure, I doubt it. These are probably sent out in distribution, so it needs to have the year on it too, and they have a machine capable of doing that, and they choose not to. So 90 for me, guys. So if you've had this edition, which is the Sabro hop version, and this one was canned on 3/25 of 19, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.